Hey guys, what's up? It's Modern Tech here. Today I'll be doing a very interesting video with my friend Dylan. And yeah, so as you can see here, I've got my 16GB iPhone 4. Sorry, my iPhone 6. What am I doing? Anyways, I have my 16GB iPhone 6 here. I got a nice little case on it too. It's in brand new condition. Although well, I've had it for almost a month, but about 3 weeks. But it's in pretty much new condition, brand new condition. Even the cable still has the brand new little crimps in it. But you guys, well, not you guys, but some of my friends that are Android fans like to say to me like a lot that, oh, your iPhone is shitty, blah blah blah. So me and my friend Dylan, this was actually his idea. We were gonna switch phones for a week. He has the Note 5. So what we're doing is we have the same carrier. I don't know if that would matter, because I think both phones are unlocked anyway. But what I'm doing here is I am backing up my phone, and he will do the same. This is for a week, by the way. So yeah, I'm gonna encrypt iPhone backup just so that I can restore it, and I don't have to enter my passwords, nothing. It'll just be exactly the same way. By the way, I have 3 gigs free. I don't even need anything more than 16, not for my phone at least. For my iPad, yes. And of course, he'll be doing daily updates or every couple day update videos of his thoughts so far on the iPhone. And yeah, so will I, which will be interesting. So yeah.
Alright, so this is just first video to talk about how I feel about switching to an iPhone 6 after using an Android for so long. I've used it for a couple of years. I started off using an iPhone, but I switched over to Android. It just made more, you can customize it more, so wanted to switch it out, but not too excited to start using an iPhone. Kind of been biased towards Androids for a long time, and I don't know, it'll be interesting. Probably won't be a huge difference. I mean, I don't use my phone super intensively, but still day to day I'll probably find little annoying quirks about the iPhone, and I don't know, probably the biggest problem I'll have is the home screen. Just looks so ugly compared to an Android, but I don't know. I expect the battery might be an issue just because it's a lot smaller than my Note 5. And I like to have music running all day, so that might kill it a lot quicker, or it might surprise me, I don't know. But general thoughts, I don't think I'm going to be switching to an iPhone.
Alright, so this is day 1 of having the Note 5, and things I like about it is, well, I like it in general. I really like the notification light. I like the fact that it records 4K video. That's cool. Not something I will use right now because never mind. Anyways, I will use that in the future of this week. But I was gonna say I like the music app. I think it's nice, the Google Play Music. Because what I did is I just plugged this phone into my laptop and just dragged and dropped my iTunes library into this phone. And then I looked into the settings and looked at my data usage because I was downloading all my apps and I only have 3 gigs of data, so I was doing that over data because I was at school. And I noticed that Google Play Music had used 300 megabytes, and I was like, what's this? I put all my music on the phone locally. Half my song, and I disabled it so that it doesn't use data, and now half my songs are grayed out. I put them on the phone. They're not in my, I don't understand why that is. It's annoying. I'm assuming it's something that's to do with me, not the phone itself. But yeah, it's a bigger phone than my iPhone 6. It's a lot larger, which is, I don't know if that's a plus, really. I don't know. I like the iPhone 6's size. It's good because, yeah, I can reach the top of the screen of the iPhone 6. I don't have to use reachability. Whereas with this phone, I can, but I have to stretch my hand a good amount. So Yeah. But yeah, so far so good. Nothing that's really really annoying yet. Um, yeah, nothing that's extremely annoying yet. But the keyboard was kind of annoying. Um, just getting used to it in general was a bit of an annoyance and a bit challenging because I'm just used to the iPhone keyboard. I hate predictive on my iPhone and it's super annoying, so I went to disable it on here, and then I noticed like the spell check wasn't working, and I realized that the spell check is through predictive, so I have to have it on now.
Okay, it was my first day using the iPhone 6 as my phone, and nothing too much to say. I don't have all my apps downloaded onto it, so I'm not sure how well it'll work as my main daily phone, but the only thing I did really notice was the size of the phone and the weight of it felt off when I went to grab it, but it's nothing too big and I'll just get used to it pretty easily. And the buttons beside the menu button, I've been going to hit the multitasking button and the back button, but I just get disappointed every time. But besides that, there's nothing really to say. I'll see more in the coming days.
Hey guys, it's day 3, and I'm at my dad's, by the way. Um, yeah, I don't have any computers here except for my laptop, unfortunately. But anyways, so this is day 3. These are things. This is what I'm gonna start off with. What I'm not enjoying so far about this phone. The emojis. That's just a personal thing. I just think they're stupid compared to the iPhone ones. Um, the I don't like how I can't use my volume button on my headphones. Again, just something personal. Not the phone's fault really. Just yeah. Um, the special charger. Now, as I'm recording this, this phone is plugged into the charger. Um, actually, I'm not gonna show it. But it's basically just looks like a regular wall charger, but it outputs at 9 volts or 9 point something volts. For like fast charge or something, and it also outputs at like 5 volts and something amps, so it switches itself. I don't know. Either way, sometimes it'll charge really fast. That's great, but other times it'll just literally go like 1% every 10 minutes. Like I don't know what it is, but it just takes forever sometimes. But whatever. Um, Also, the camera for some reason seems to perform in an unusual manner on Snapchat. Um, it just looks really shitty on Snapchat. I don't know why. It looks like it's being it looks like it's about at about like 10 FPS, like moving the phone like really just I don't know. Whatever. This and the between this and the iPhone, the cellular and data speeds, or the cellular and Wi-Fi speeds are about the same. They both have AC Wi-Fi. Um, I've gotten a faster speed test on the iPhone, but that's a variable. That's not like yeah. So that's where I was. I wasn't in the same area where I did this speed test. Blah blah blah. Um, Things I like about this phone: it has NFC that I can use on anything. The iPhone 6 has NFC only with Apple Pay, which is really annoying. It takes nice pictures. It takes nice pictures. It takes nice video. The video, or the autofocus when you're recording the video on the iPhone 6 is definitely better. But but yeah. So the video is still pretty good. The Touch ID, well, the login with your fingerprint thing on this phone is not way faster, but it's quite faster. It's quite fast. It's quite a bit faster. And yeah, and I've gotten used to the Android back button and the multitasking button. Like here, I'll show you guys. This is just some phone that I bought off somebody in my class. But like I've gotten used to like the back and like the multitasking and that stuff. So yeah, I bought both of these by the way for like 20 or 30 bucks. So yeah. Anyways, that's about it for day 3.
Alright, this is day 3 of having an iPhone 6, and I have a few issues that I have with the phone. Then there's some things that I enjoy about it. So to start off, we have the double tap to reach function on the home button. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's useless for me, and it's just become irritating now as I'm constantly by accident double pressing it, and it just halves my screen for no reason, and I get a little bit annoyed, and I don't need that function, so it's become pretty irritating. Then we have the sound customization or bar function, which you have to go into the bottom toolbar in order to fix, but on Android it's just done as soon as you turn up the volume or turn it down. You can bring up everything, and on iPhone you only have two options. You have media and ringtone. On Android you have 4 different sliders, and it was just handy having those choices. And then there's the double toolbar function on here, which I'm not a fan of. It's settings on the bottom and notifications and calendar on the top. I just think it's kind of useless. Like, Android did it in one and it just felt cleaner. Okay, and some things I like about the phone. It's... Shit, forgot about everything. Yeah, no, alright. The phone feels clean. Like, that sounds weird to say. It feels organized, and everything seems to have a proper place. Like, on the settings, everything, you can take a guess about where something will be and it'll just be there because it made sense. And the home screen, though I don't like how you can't move things around how you want to, it is nice having every icon the same size. It just looks a lot more organized and not as messy. But that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go silent for a little bit because I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling on the 3rd day. I'm kind of enjoying it and kind of annoyed with it, but the things that annoy me I can get past with some ease. It's okay.
Alright guys, this is day 4 with the Note 5. Just the same stuff that's annoying me, that was annoying me before. However, things that I am enjoying more, believe it or not, I know I complained about this before, but I realized there's a way to rigging it. So, with the with the adaptive fast charger that comes with it, you'll plug it into the wall and you'll plug it into the phone. You'll notice for the first like about 5 to 10 minutes it'll charge extremely fast, like just fucking crazy fast. But then it'll start charging like really slowly. You just gotta unplug it and plug it back in, and then bam, it keeps going again. During this time also I noticed that the little micro USB that goes into the bottom of the phone gets extremely hot. Like, I don't know why, it just does, but I've also enabled the swiping on the keyboard, and I'm loving that. It's great. I'm really just enjoying that. So much so that I might get a keyboard for my iPhone like that. As long as it looks good. I don't want it to look like an Android keyboard. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't really have that much to say for this one. I did do a test using the 4K just to test the 4K camera on this, and here, one second, I'll show you guys. And that's already uploaded to YouTube. Let's say this is the phone. You're sitting there watching some fucking YouTube on the phone, and because of the way you're holding the phone, the swipe down menu comes down like a tad bit, and there's a little gear thing there, like right where that eye is, and you hit that, and it switches from YouTube to settings. That really pissed me off, but that's it. That bugged me for this time.
Okay, this is day 4, I believe, and I've noticed a few things that have irritated me again about the iPhone 6. First being the fingerprint reader, which doesn't seem very reliable for me for some reason. It takes about 2 to 3 tries to unlock the phone, if that. And then it'll ask me to type in a password sometimes, which is highly irritating when I'm trying to just quickly get into the phone. Second being the thin size and light weight of the phone, which makes me feel like I'm not really holding anything. And then with the aluminum body, it just feels like it slips a lot more than my Note 5, which is strange because it's an all-glass phone. You'd think that there'd be less grip there. But then I've noticed one little thing that I've kind of enjoyed is the charging cable, which just the convenience of being able to put it in either way and not have to worry. And with the smaller battery of the iPhone, you can charge it with practically anything. You don't need a fast charger. It's the special technology that's inside of the Note 5's charger, because you can't really plug that into anything below 2 amps. And that's about it. I think the charging cable is not too big of a selling point, especially seeing as the USB Type-C is going to be coming out, and well, it's come out and it's going to be more widely used soon. And so it's just a little thing that iPhones have right now. But yeah, that's it.
Alright guys, so this is my last day, well, last night I guess, with the Note 5, and yeah, so I really enjoyed, this is something I really, really, really loved about it. So the iPhone 6 is Touch ID sensor. I don't know if it's just my phone, I don't think it is, because yeah, I know a bunch of my friends have iPhone 6s and same issue. If it's not if the Touch ID sensor is not completely like just flawlessly clean, it's not gonna sense it very well. I don't have an iPhone 6 to show you guys, but I have an iPhone 5s. Hold on. So, I just restored it actually because it's for sale on eBay. Anyways, like, it'll work a lot of the time pretty well for me because I'm used to it, and I know, like, just to like quickly just go like this and just give it a little brush in. That's not every time. That's not even like 1 out of 5 times. It depends, like, what's going on. It depends on the situation. Perfectly it works on the Note 5. Not once did I have to type in my backup password. That's really, really impressive to me. I found that extremely impressive. At one point my hands were like water. There was like water on my hands. I forgot. What was I? Anyways, there was water on my hands, and I went to unlock the phone. Not like an excessive amount, okay? And it worked fine. I was like, damn. I just wasn't expecting it, so. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna miss that.
This is my last day with the iPhone 6, and overall in the end, I have mixed feelings about the phone. The fingerprint sensor was definitely the worst. I don't know why it was, but I just had to resort to using the numerical lock code instead, which was pretty irritating. But then I was surprised by a few things, like the battery, which I thought was not gonna last, but I guess it makes sense since the iPhone isn't as demanding of a phone, so the battery life would last longer. And I got used to the body of the phone. I don't feel it's too light anymore, and I can get past the slipperiness of the phone. The only thing really was the camera. It just felt a lot more obtrusive, as it sticks out of the phone. It protrudes a lot more than the Note 5. It's It's more sharp. I don't know how else to explain it. But while I'm holding it, I feel as if I just hit it a lot more and it's irritating. But that's not too big of a deal. But overall, just had mixed feelings about the phone. It was a fun experiment. But I think I was right. I won't be getting an iPhone for my next phone.
Alright guys, so I finally have my iPhone 6 back. Very happy. Gotta love iTunes' encrypted restore. I'm just saying guys, like, because we did the trade backs at school and stuff, I didn't, like, when I got the Note 5, I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I chose to download all the apps and shit that I'd need over data. I only have 3 gigs of data, so I used about 700 megabytes that day. So didn't want a repeat of that. So what I did is I went into the iTunes store, got every app, downloaded them all at home onto my laptop, so that I could just sync it when I get to school. And that's what I did, and it saved me a lot of data. And then I used, of course, I can't really demo that, but I used the encrypted iPhone backup, so it saves my passwords and everything. So, like, I did that the day that we traded, so I didn't even have to type in a single password on my iPhone 6. And I know I was complaining about the fingerprint reader, but yeah, rightfully so. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, okay, watch this. Okay, so we cleaned it up a bit. Unreal. Like, that is, come on, Apple. Then there's times where it's, like, not bad. It's like, hey, I can wake my, yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. The Note's fingerprint scanner is probably 10, 15 times better. It's just way better. I'm gonna miss that a bit. I love the size of this phone. It's so thin. Like, you guys already know that, but it's like, I just think that's crazy. It's just so thin. Like, if you look at this phone and then a 5S, there's a massive difference between this phone and the 5S. It's like 2 5S's. But, I don't know, it's just so thin, so light. Dylan did have a point about the protruding camera. It feels like you'd easily scratch this or break it. Whereas with the Note 5, I wasn't afraid to put it down on the table. Whereas with this, I don't want to put this down on the table without the case. Like, here, the case, it's just this reflective case, and I'll put it on the table now, but I just have a bad feeling about doing that. Whereas with the Note, it's not that, oh, it wasn't my device, so I was careless. It was just that it just feels a bit more like it wouldn't break, because there's a metal ring around the whole thing.
So we switched our phones back today, and as soon as I got it back, my Note felt massive, but it felt right. Like, it feels right in my pocket. I'm not really sure how to explain it. Really don't have much to say about just switching back. Like, just excited to have my phone back, really. And I don't know, I'm glad I did the experiment. I've been off an iPhone for quite some time, and it was fun to try it out again, but I'm still in love with my Android phone. Man, I miss my widgets and switching launchers. I just miss that customizability on an iPhone. So I'm just glad to have my phone back. Just feels right. Don't really know how else to explain it, but that's pretty much it. It was a good time, and it'd be fun to do something else like this.
Stay tuned. iPhone 3GS for a week challenge coming soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.